Welcome to our show. I'm FA.
And I'm GS.
And we unleashed. We came up with a name finally. And we're going to go with Unleashed. And then a panther screaming.
Exploding
you can't be.
Bomb.
You can't be called Unleashed and not have a panther screaming.
Everything awesome has an 80s petrol explosion and a panther roar.
So welcome to Unleashed. Our podcast, and thankfully for the sound effect as always.
Woo.
Yeah. We're gonna record every single time you make a sound effect with your mouth.
Nope.
And we're gonna reuse that in the show.
Nope.
All the time.
Nope.
So yeah, finally we came up with a name after months of deliberating.
And I'm
maybe not months, weeks and weeks and weeks. And after so many different names.
Honestly.
We're happy with the name.
What's the emergency? I'm like tucking my thumb under my...
Oh, that's the universal symbol of help me. Yeah, when you fold your thumb under your fingers.
It's fine, I love it.
Yeah, when you roll your fingers over your thumb, yeah.
Blink, blink.
Yeah, it's like the universal...
You need help, blink twice. Blink, blink.
Yeah, that is... Yeah. So where were we going with this today? Okay, I wanted to talk about being creative and AI. Not that I know much about AI anyways, but maybe I know a thing or two about being creative.
What?
I consider myself a creative person, but I don't consider myself a very... What are you doing? What? No, do you want to get do you want Sony to come here and take our money?
Yodeling.
Okay, yeah.
Yodeling.
I don't know who owns that sound anyways. It's Warner Brothers Studios probably.
Arnie? Maybe Arnie?
The water tower.
Mm.
No, it's not Arnie. He didn't come up with this. It's James Cameron's movie. Was it New Line Cinema? I don't know.
Oh my god, I can't remember.
It was a studio. He tried many studios. They didn't want to take the film. Oh, we're talking about Terminator here, by the way. And I think he went to a low-budget studio.
New Line? I don't think it was New Line.
No, it was Orion. It was Orion, wasn't it? I vaguely remembered the Orion.
The stars.
Yeah.
That turns into the O.
Yeah. But anyways, besides the point, creativity and AI, and we've seen the rise of a lot of AI content on YouTube, and maybe it's going towards a little bit of a downfall, maybe, because I heard that YouTube's gonna start demonetizing AI videos.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And you're gonna have to prove that you're not an AI creator.
It wasn't created using AI.
Yeah, but I don't know how much that is true. Just what I heard. And in reality, what it means is YouTube's going to demonetize everybody until you prove that you're not an AI. And then they're going to continue to do that.
Innocent.
Yeah. Even after you proved that you're not an AI creator.
So basically they're just carpet bombing everybody so they don't have to pay out anything.
Probably. So channels that already exist for a while, I think what is going to save a lot of people is you have to have your face with the content that you create. Another reason why we have to have a camera as soon as possible to start recording ourselves, so people don't call this an AI slop, because it's kind of a slop a little bit.
Slop.
But it's a real people's slop. It's not an AI slop. Yeah.
Wow, what a term.
Yeah.
Slop.
It is the actual term, AI slop.
Oh.
Yeah, because
really?
if you know what makes an AI thing, you can hear it straight away. The way the sentences are constructed, the subject, the way people speak in the video. Because usually people won't even narrate their own AI stuff. They just tell the AI to narrate it.
Wow.
And then there's lots of things that you can catch that is an AI slop. But AI is getting better and better at doing things.
Oh, exponentially. So
yeah.
Crazy.
So it's going to become really hard.
On a visual level and on an audio level. I mean, you think about the telltale oh, got the hiccups again. The telltale signs
Mm.
of AI used to be things like hands and the mouth.
Yeah.
And occasionally the eyes a bit.
It's still the mouth. Mouth is still quite difficult for
but
AI
it's
to get it
getting
right.
so much better so quickly that now it's a really hard time to like look
because
so carefully at the mouth. And
because you can still like details of your face can vaguely change and people can't perceive it, but your teeth, if they vaguely change, they look different, you know? Yeah, and AI doesn't quite understand very well the three-dimensional shape of teeth in the mouth. You know,
it's just crazy because that's like simple compared to eyes or
but
hair.
eyes is what there is the most on videos. It's easy to fake natural eyes because
yeah, but I mean, if
100% of the videos with people's face have eyes.
CG creation of hair compared to teeth, they're just little objects in a semicircular row.
No, you're thinking of the three-dimensional shape. AI doesn't see the three-dimensional. It sees two-dimensional. So hair, there's a billion references of hair from multiple sides, multiple angles. People turning their head a little bit, people turn their head a lot, people turning around. So AI can collect like a billion samples of hair.
It's more like slideshow analysis.
Yeah, it can understand hair. But teeth,
modeling analysis.
Most people, a majority of people talking, they don't show teeth.
Right, yeah.
You know, it's only when they're smiling and then it's just like very briefly, yeah.
And then you get awkward Cheshire Cat as reference.
Yeah, so
or teeth.
You can still see until AI start applying some 3D calculations on things and how to, you know, they use 3D and then they animate that 3D or use that 3D as a reference.
Because if you think,
which is gonna happen, by the way.
Yeah. Smiles are so often fake and forced and like say cheese, and it's like this really weird kind of grimace grin, and it's so often smiles aren't really all that natural.
Yeah, but
so if all the references are like awkward fake, awkward fake, awkward fake, awkward fake, awkward fake, weird fake, awkward weird, natural. So like 1 in 10 is a good natural reference of a teethy smile. There's always going to be like that negative bias of weird. So yeah, it's no wonder it actually struggles with it.
Yeah, so
that makes sense.
So for AI to replicate you the best it can, it needs all the references that you can provide. So it can't, because you don't have many videos online showing your teeth smiling like a horse. You know, it kind of can't replicate you.
It doesn't know what to do because it hasn't learned.
But it's catching up with the fingers thing. You know, it's learning to make to fake hands quite well. But it's getting to a point where it's becoming irrecognizable. Is that a word?
Unrecognizable.
Unrecognizable.
Yeah.
Inconceivable.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. The future looks bleak or feels bleak. What's the correct word? The future is bleak.
Well, we don't know. That's a definite.
I don't even know what bleak means anyway. So I just know like the phrase.
Dark, moody, drab, miserable, not very positive.
The future is unpredictable. That's what it is.
Not bright.
You know, it's hard.
Literally the antithesis of bright.
When your technology shifts so fast overnight, it's really hard to predict the future. At least, especially in the creative sector, when people are just taking the lazy route for everything. Which is a shame because AI can be used quite well.
Yeah.
And I really hope that one day...
It's a fantastic research tool.
It can save you so much time when used the right way, you know. So, but a lot of people use it the wrong way, which causes the thing to be villainized.
Yeah, that's typical human behavior though, isn't it? It's like...
Because,
people, so many people, not all people, but a lot of people just always look for an exploitative easy ride, or a kind of a get out clause, or a cheat, or
AI does make people lazy. Pew pew. What's pew pew? AI does make people lazy. That is a fact, and I speak from experience because a pew pew laser. Yeah, AI makes pew pew lasers.
Pew pew.
Because I'm using AI to code, and I'm not learning code. In fact, I'm forgetting coding. Because yeah, all I do is just to review the code. I'm not thinking of the code.
Wow.
So I'm not learning to construct it. I'm just learning to read it. It's the same with me in Spanish. I can understand the Spanish, but I'm not
put it together and create.
So I struggle with speaking Spanish because
that's quite a common thing with all language learners, though. I mean, yeah, I know what you mean. It's kind of weird.
So I'm basically becoming a reviewer of code, which I'm not good at to begin with because I'm not a coder naturally. I'm just, trying to do everything on a little Minecraft server that I run. And so I did learn a little bit of coding, but I'm not getting better. I'm just reading what AI creates for me. I try my best to explain exactly how I want, and I create all the bases of how I want it to look at, minus the complexity of making the code. And then I tell it the complexity, and then I tell it how I want it to go, how I want it to do. But 9 out of 10, it goes a much more complicated route because it knows advanced coding, and most of the time I don't need advanced code. I want a simplified thing. So instead of giving me the simplified version of something, it gives me the complex version. And I'm like, that's too complex. So I go there and I simplify myself. But if I give it the beginnings of what I want the code to look like, the structure and everything, it usually gives me a decent result.
Okay.
And I am not very good with writing or speaking or words in general, but I'm good with creating stories, and I would love to write my books.
I think you're pretty good. You're better than you think you are.
Maybe I am, but I'm not good enough to write books.
No,
definitely not. I wrote like 2 chapters of a book before on my own, before AI was a thing. And I put so much effort, and the result is so not the best that it could be. But then when I wrote something with AI, it's fantastic. But the problem is, how do you go past the label of an AI writer? How can you prove to people that everything that you're writing came from you and not the AI?
But did it?
Yeah, because I've done a few tests. Yes, I've done a few tests. I wrote something that I came up with, and it's a lot and a lot and a lot of breakdowns until you tell the AI, okay, put this together. And you have to tell it, do not invent, do not come up with anything, just use this and make it sound more professional. So when I was writing something, you read it, I had to create like 3 or 4 passes before I told the AI to put it all together. And but used correctly, it can improve on your ideas. But then it's going to be hard to say this is mine, not the AI's. I wrote this. I came up with this idea. I came up with this story.
I don't know. I'm really uncomfortable with it. Maybe it's because I haven't utilized it and used it as much.
But it's like it's a tool.
I've just used ChatGPT a few times to recreate a professional expert in a particular field, and the way you showed me to ask ChatGPT to be a solicitor whose field of expertise is road traffic incidents or something like that, and then it will scour the internet for all materials on a particular subject.
And then you need to review everything because it will make mistakes. It will invent information. So you need to ask for references. You need to ask for sources.
Yes, that was it.
Yeah. And then you need to go and check the sources yourself. So you're basically like a reviewer.
Yeah, a research reviewer or something.
But the thing is, this is the future. That's where we're heading towards. So there is no point ignoring it. You have to adapt to it and you need to make it better. It's just like computers. They do billions of calculations that we don't have to do anymore. Is that like not us doing the work then? Just like, because I was a 3D artist.
You're a fraud if you use an Excel spreadsheet.
Because, I was a 3D artist and I was doing 3D modeling on the internet. I wasn't calculating the vectors of each, vertex of my 3D model. I was like, this vertex is just a visual thing. This vertex go here, this vertex go there, calculate the path between them. And that's a three-dimensional object. And then I send it to the 3D printer. The 3D printer prints it. I didn't sculpt it. Did that make me less of an artist because I didn't sculpt it? I didn't do the calculations for the 3D model. I just basically managed it, and I input my creativity.
I don't know. Well, then you could take that one step further to say, is any digital sculpture, say ZBrush, is it a sculpture?
I think it is. I honestly, in my opinion, I think it is.
Yeah.
But the difference is the 3D digital technology appeared slowly.
Yeah.
And it's a very slow transition between being a sculptor, sculpting things by hand, to moving towards sculpting things three-dimensionally. And so your mind had time to absorb and accept and implement. Yeah. Now, from a year to another, everything changes. And suddenly what was, it no longer is.
Yeah, AI has appeared like fireworks at a firework display.
Yeah. And we just need to try to catch up as the best that we can. And so there is a lot of shock because of how fast it is, like whiplash, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of how fast things are moving forward.
Sorry.
And people are still struggling to recognize that, it's not as terrible as people are saying it's going to be, but it's the speed has been set and we have to adapt to it. So when will it become acceptable to use AI to write? Because AI is giving the tools to people that aren't a Stephen King, for example, who has the talent to put your mind into paper.
I might get shot for saying this, but I think Stephen King's so overrated.
Well, he's very successful and that's what's important. And he knows how to put his mind on paper. He does.
Yeah.
But it's giving me the tools.
A bit rich for me to say that, and I'm not a writer. But
I guess you can. That's your opinion. It's fine.
Adaptions of books I haven't read. So I might actually be talking absolute bullshit.
Yeah, the guy was a factor of short stories in the 80s, and he wrote so many things that people were making his films to this date.
And the world was a different place and the mindsets were a different mindset back in the 80s.
Yeah. I love a few stories that he wrote. I never read the books, but I absolutely love Cujo. I think it's such a great idea. It's so simple, but it's a fear that we all have inside ourselves.
I hate it.
Which is, I love it.
It was heartbreaking and horrible.
It is. You can't make children cry like that anymore. No, you get in trouble. Direct.
A little bit of a human.
Yeah, there's a little bit of torture going on there. Yes, psychological damage and everything.
Trauma.
Yep.
Yeah, like massive PTSD.
Uh-huh.
Jesus Christ, that poor kid.
So
I wonder what happened to that poor little boy in Cujo. Did he grow up? Did he just
probably afraid of dogs for life?
A crackhead and just an absolute.
No, I don't think he became an actor after that.
Shell.
He did that and he moved on with his life, just like
Did he have a good life? Was he?
well,
A tragedy, or was he?
whether he had a good life or not, I'm sure he was afraid of dogs for life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Poor kid. It's horrendous.
But it was a different world as well. So being like put in a situation like that was much more
Normal.
I want to say the word acceptable back then.
Accepted.
So accepted.
Yeah, it was just normal.
So you would snap out of it really quick, like, oh, okay, fine.
No,
okay.
people's brains don't snap out of it really quick.
But you would accept it and move on with your life, rather than today's when you don't accept things.
PTSD.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not okay.
But what's the correct formula of anything? Life will scar you either way. So
life's a bitch.
Yeah.
You know, life can be awesome. Life can be a bitch. Life's what you make it.
Life is what you make it, and it's how much damage you're willing to accept. That's life.
Boom.
So I wonder when will it be acceptable that people will write using AI and people won't be judged for that?
Just see, there's two very different questions there, and I don't think the latter.
What would be the threshold?
Stop being judged. I think there will always be judgment.
No, because no one gets
After
judged.
After generations, it will fade, but it will be a multi-generational period of adjustment. It needs to be to the point of generations of people that are just born into using AI, and it's completely normal, just like you would breathe.
Yeah, but
it's like calculators.
Yeah.
Our parents' generation, to use a calculator was like, woo, cheating, frowned upon. What? You use a calculator? No.
Yeah, but that was the older generation.
Right. Exactly my point. And then we did our exams as kids at school, and it was absolutely normal to use a calculator.
Yeah.
But only in certain contexts. And now the kids after us...
Yeah, I remember that in the classroom we could not...
All the way.
Well, in the classroom we could use calculator, but not in exams.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was like a very circumstantial...
It was something like that.
Thing, yeah.
Yeah, but who had a calculator when I was a kid anyways?
It's...
Because they were expensive.
Mm.
You know, even the simple calculators were expensive.
Oh, they're tuppence.
You know, the Casio calculators. And then everybody used to write boobs. Everybody just, I'm gonna write boobs here. Because I want to write my books, and I will 100% use AI to help me, not to write for me, because I have the story.
Would you use AI to help you with? How would you
expressing to put
vocabulary,
expressing
grammar and vocabulary?
The way it's complicated because I'm on the Asperger's spectrum somewhere, right? And I don't use words very effectively, and I don't understand people's emotions very effectively. But I have
not your first language,
and English is not my first language, but I have my own set of emotions that make sense to me only, and I create and I write in my head using a lot of emotions that I cannot describe because it's not compatible with emotions that are the standard. It's a little difficult. It's just like you're trying to ask an autistic person how they make like light speed calculations in their head. They can't explain to you.
Just
but yeah. So the way my memory works is like I write a song using emotions, and then I just write those emotions back again, and I remember things, and I can't explain. It makes no sense to you, does it?
I don't know why, but my brain sort of leaned into it like a painting metaphor more than...
Yeah, it makes no sense to you, but it makes sense to me. It's just like my teacher asked me how...
the difference between sketching with pencils and painting with oil.
Yeah, because she asked me once, how are you so good with Maya, the 3D software I used to work? It's like, but you know everything. You say, but if you ask me the name of things, I don't know because I work on emotions. I say, how? I say, I can't explain that. I really can't. Makes no sense to you.
It's just what it triggers to you.
Yeah.
And how you connect internally.
So I kind of create a map of emotions that my characters are going through. And I remember that path.
Yeah, like the flavor of their personality almost.
Yeah. You know, the situations
Yeah, that's kind of where I was thinking like colors of, don't know why.
Yet I cannot tell emotions for shit on when it comes to people around me.
Yeah.
So it is very complicated. I don't remember words. I remember as if I was there and if I was going through the stuff.
Yeah.
So I just create memories of those events.
Yeah, and that's a very D&D thing as well.
Is it?
Yeah. Think about character creation in D&D or role-playing or DMing. It's all creating hypothetical kind of synthesizing scenarios. You're recreating emotions, thoughts, occurrences. It's all like that ad-lib acting kind of.
Yeah.
And when you're creating a character, you're creating a personality and a mindset and a history and behavior patterns and kind of isms. You know, it's like you're not just number crunching with alphanumeric data, stats and figures. You're actually creating a personality that's like hates this, loves that, will fight to the death over this, will defend that, but don't give a shit about this or that.
And then when I'm asked to put in words what's in my mind, that's when I struggle because I don't have the words for it. So if I create a system with AI that I can use to take those thoughts and put into words, it will help me a lot. It may not make me a natural writer, but it will make me a writer of sorts that I can embrace.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I still want to. I really, really want to write those books that I have in my head. You know, is it too serious? But they kind of connected. And I've been trying to write short stories on my own to try and practice becoming a better writer. But I know deep down that it's not about good intentions. I intend to be a better writer, but I don't think at the end of the day, even with a lot of experience, I could become the writer I wish I was.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't think we can ever truly know, unless you try.
No, because my grasp of
Why was the first word you said? No.
No. What I'm saying,
Again.
well, I don't think I could be because this is like a lifelong thing. My grasp of spoken language has always been lacking. Lacking. I don't.
But it's interesting.
It doesn't come natural to me.
And then you spoke.
Oh, because in my culture we say
no, and then you spoke.
Yeah, because in my culture that makes sense. We say yes to things that we want to say yes and no to things. It's not like in English that you never say no. You say yes, but, you know, you have to always agree with someone and then provide a different perspective.
Well, I'm clearly not very English then.
Well, it's how everybody teaches me. You constantly tell me not to say no. You have to say yes, and then you bring a different perspective. That makes no sense, and that's a waste of time for me to say no.
It depends on the context. I mean, I did just a minute ago, but it was with reference to you and your own ability. And I'm saying you could try. You'll never know unless you try. And immediately you went with the negative and went no. And then you spoke.
Yeah, no. In short for no, I don't think it will be effective because I have tried many times to improve my writing. It gets better, but it doesn't get great.
A little.
And
I wouldn't say many times. I would say a few times.
A few times.
A little. And we've been busy doing a million other things with life.
Yeah, but the thing is,
which is
I put like all the effort in the world. It takes me like a month to write a chapter, for example, and this is me motivated, working for it, but doing the best that I can. And then you take that result, you feed to AI, and he just immediately elevates that thing to 11. So it makes me question why. I understand. Yes, always strive to improve yourself. Absolutely.
Yeah, but you're thinking along the lines of
how many years? Yeah. So how many years do I want to, work on this, writing this thing? I could be releasing one book every 3 years, for example, or I could be releasing like J.R.R. Martin, one book every decade.
Ugh.
So which one? And according to you, J.R.R. Martin can't even write for anything anyways, because he hates the style he writes.
I just could not get on with the way he writes. Which books did I read of the Game of Thrones series?
I think you read the first one. You tried the first one, Game of Thrones.
Song of Ice and Fire.
Song of Ice and Fire is the name of the collection. Yeah.
Collection, right. Yeah, because it was the first one.
Well, the books are called A Song of Ice and Fire, and then the subtitle is called A Game of Thrones.
Ah, right, other way around. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. But yeah, I did not like the very short, minimal little sentence, little sentence, little sentence, little sentence. Everything was very like bullet points. And it didn't feel like it flowed and kind of explored. And
I think it's because he's a TV writer, so that is very.
It's like Daenerys lived in a castle. The castle had a red door. The red door was near a tree.
She lived in a house with a red door. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that literally what it was?
Yeah. So she has memories of an old house with a red door.
Yeah.
But in contrast, you've got J.R.R. Tolkien.
Wow. The ultimate opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah, which can write
Lord of the Waffling
8,000 words about how a field of bushes, look like.
Entire chapter about how something smells. Oh, yeah, just ridiculous.
Yeah, when I read...
But amazing at the same time. It's so expressive and exploratory, and it's like...
Yeah, he waffles way too much. I mean, great. It puts the perfect picture in your head of exactly what he's saying.
Exactly. That's what I mean by it's like... That's, it's like painting.
But some people, to know how
every sentence is like a brushstroke of colours.
I mean... It works because he wouldn't be this successful otherwise. But to some people, like me, for example, I don't want to know how the threads in an elven cloak or whatever is threaded by, whatever. I was like, oh my goodness, get on with it.
Yeah, it is like ultra nerd.
Yeah. It's basically explaining step by step how to make the bloody dress.
Yeah, how fine the twine that made the thread twisted how many times and wove with a wet...
Yeah, by who, at what time of the year,
fibres,
under what moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And feels like the softest silky butterfly's butthole or something on a full moon at Easter when the wind blows to the west. Through the trees.
So I think to become a good writer, you have to be something between J.R.R. Tolkien and J.R.R. Martin.
Right. Oh, where's C.S. Lewis and all of that?
I have no idea. I never read anything C.S. Lewis.
C.S. Lewis is fantastic. You need to read C.S. Lewis. I don't
read too much anyway.
The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Oh my God.
I don't like those stories.
No, read The Sorcerer's Apprentice. It's amazing.
I think
there's this whole teleportation between worlds with an emerald ring and a gold ring and kind of it's great. I can barely remember it from childhood, but I remember reading it like, this is amazing. And it was just this coolest concept of like transporting and teleporting.
I think that there is no secret to writing as long as people are understanding what you're writing and they can engage with it. That's great, which defeats the purpose of everything that I've been saying, that I want to make my writing fantastic. As long as I can put things on paper and it's understandable and engaging, people will appreciate it.
But then engagement is a very, very interpersonal thing, and it's different from one person to the next.
Yet, when you read Stephen King, which usually are very small, easy to digest books, there is so much content, and it's like he doesn't really go into details about anything. He leaves like a little bit of an open interpretation thing.
Your imagination. Let you conjure up your own.
Yeah, and this is just like writing novels after novels after novels. He was one of my favorite films with is that woman that is, she's addicted. Yeah,
maybe
she's addicted to that guy's writing, and then the guy has an accident near her house, and then she brings him into. And
Misery.
Yes.
Oh shit!
I love that film.
That shit's nasty.
I absolutely love that film.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Legend.
That film made her career, I think.
God, that.
Yeah, when she sledgehammer his feet. Yeah.
Oh, just that sound. Oh no. Oh no.
And then he has so many good films that you don't know it's his. You got It.
Film, and this isn't the Stephen King film, but it's the effect that a sound had on me. And Misery was one of the big ones, and one of the other ones was American History X.
Oh, the teeth.
The teeth on the curbstone.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the chill, nasty, curl up your bones goosebumps from that. Because it just, it's real.
Well, it was,
but it made it real when you heard that sound, that tiny little split second of. It was horrible.
I remember that scene, but I don't remember the sound. Yeah, good film.
Oh, Ed Norton and Ed Harris. That dynamic duo, phenomenal.
And the Terminator boy.
Horrible.
What's his name?
Ed Norton.
No, Terminator boy.
Oh, the other Ed Norton.
Edward Furlong.
That's
yes.
It. Yeah. Ed Norton and Ed Furlong.
Edward Furlong. I don't think he goes by Ed Furlong. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Edward Woodward.
Yeah.
Would you? He would. Edward Woodward.
Okay. No idea what you're talking about that. No, is that a tongue twister or something?
No, it's just like rambling. There was an old TV show called The Equalizer, and the main character was played by a man called Edward Woodward.
Okay, let me guess. British TV?
No, American.
Is it?
Yeah, bitch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, wow.
That sounds like a very British kind of joke.
No, it's not a joke. That is genuinely his name. Edward Woodward.
Edward Woodward.
Edward?
Mm-hmm.
Woodward.
Oh, Woodward.
Okay. Edward Woodward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Funny. Sounds British, though.
I think it's American.
I don't know. It sounds very British to me. It's that kind of like not funny at all. That send British people cackling down the road.
So racist.
I know, right?
Oh my God, you're so racist.
Yeah.
You bastard.
So, AI. Using AI as tools.
AI.
Absolutely. As long as you're not like lazing out and letting it do everything, it's a really good tool if you want to throw some ideas, have a little discussion about ideas. The problem with AI is also it's going to agree with everything you say anyways. So it's really hard to get criticism from AI because it will always try to provide to reflect on everything from a positive standpoint. Like, oh, this is great, but if I may suggest improvements, but everything is great, everything is good. That's a fantastic idea.
Well,
I agree with you.
Just like it's been designed to be motivation.
Oh yeah,
instead of
it's because honestly, it doesn't know what's agreeing with anyways.
Putting a script into an AI.
Sometimes I want to be told that is a terrible idea.
Dude, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Scrap it and start again.
Yeah, sometimes I like to be told that's a bad idea. And especially because sometimes I put stuff on AI and see, is this good? I really want to know if my code is good. Is this good? And they're like, wow, that's an excellent way to do your coding. And I'm like, I'm not really getting the feedback here. You know, and then if I ask, can you provide me improvements, and you give me something completely different, like, oh, so it's not good then. Yeah,
getting AI smoke blown up your butt.
They do blow a lot of smoke up your ass. There is never a negative thing with AI, and they agree with everything you say.
Where the hell did that term come from?
I have no idea.
Smoke up your ass. I mean, what the fuck?
I don't know. we can look at the etymology of it. Oh, Glen, you and
I mean, really?
we're gonna have to make an episode on etymology.
Yeah. Phrases, isms, idioms.
Is it etymology or etymology? Or
etymology?
Etymology.
Yeah.
Is it T? A silent T?
No. Otherwise, I would have said
T-I.
Etymology.
Is that T-I? Etymology.
Etymology.
Okay. See? It's learning. And I will forget in 20 seconds. Anyways, etymology. Yeah, we can do an episode on funny the etymology of funny phrases, both in English and both in Portuguese.
Oh,
and Brazilian.
Wow. Oh, there's so many.
Not from Portugal, from Brazil. Because, you know, everybody knows the best Portuguese is from Brazil. To all Portuguese people listening there, it's okay.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. I'm sure the Americans and Americans have somewhat the same kind of perspective on the English language. Like, we made it better. You know? But no. But unlike knowing English and Portuguese, I don't think there is the gap between languages, the US English and the British English, is as big as the Brazilian Portuguese and the Portugal Portuguese.
Yes.
We kind of made a different language. We still can communicate with each other. The majority of the words are the same.
Different dialects, and it's like same tree but different branches.
Yeah, because American English is so popular, we're so used to it. I find it more natural than British English when I'm listening to it anyways. I struggle less understanding what American people are saying rather than an English person, especially if they use an accent that, you know, comes from up north or something. And I'm like, what is it saying?
Yeah, I mean, the example that I always go to in my mind is like Newcastle. Yes,
every time I deal with Irish people.
Newcastle? Way I man.
I love Irish people.
Wait, what?
But go understanding.
Way I man. Huh? Yes. Way I man.
Do they even actually talk like that?
Yeah.
You know, isn't that something like 30, 50 years ago?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
You know, yeah. It's just like governor. No one speaks governor anymore.
That's
although
cheesy.
There was a guy.
That's pretentious wannabe shit nowadays.
Okay, because there was a guy speaking to me not long ago, and he was using governor with me, and then I looked at my friend and said, "This is the first time ever I hear someone saying governor unironically."
Yeah, unironic.
Yeah. He was actually, I don't know, 20 odd, 30.
Yeah, totally pretentious bullshit.
No, he was 30 odd. Yeah, not 20 odd. No, it came very natural. Is that as if he was saying that his entire life. You know, not pretentious. But I couldn't think of another example. I thought that was like a low in the hanging fruit to grab, to try to
It's like
express.
saying, that's sick. We would not have said that.
Yeah, to me that sounds pretentious.
Say that as kids. And it's like...
But I'm not an English person either, so I've learned English 20 years ago. So to me, they should sound natural. But it doesn't. It sounds pretentious. I'd learned English less than 20 years ago, so I should be speaking like a 20-year-old, But I don't.
No, because your brain is not a 20-year-old.
I know my brain, but my knowledge of the language was of that generation.
The time you've been there is one thing.
So while we're going to see in the media, and represented everywhere. So when someone says bear sick, I just feel like I want to dig a hole and throw that person in the hole.
Yeah, bear sick.
Yeah.
That's always my go-to for like stupid street slang.
Yeah.
Kid slang. That's basic, innit, bro? Like, I'm sorry, what the fuck?
Yeah, I had students like that, and I just
oh, is that good?
Leave my classroom, please.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I don't mean to call people pretentious.
Well,
it's how it sounds, right?
What?
I don't know what blaze is.
Blates, as in
blates.
Blatantly became blates, and then bear is the whole
that feels super forced to me, but riz doesn't sound forced to me.
Riz,
someone rizzing, I'm okay with that,
Nah,
it's like you got the riz, which is short for charisma. So I don't find it forced or pretentious. In my mind,
it goes back to like the teens and 20s, and it's just association of Rizzler. No,
it's just like dabbing.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Screw that. That's dumb shit.
Way to sound old, isn't it? It's just trying to make sense of today's generation.
That's actually trying to do the whole action of it, and it's just like, no, just die.
No, it's just like, to me,
just lay down.
Yeah, it feels like they're trying too hard
under a tree
to make a new language to be different.
Bury yourself.
That is something that doesn't exist in Brazil.
What?
Come up with your own generation way of speaking.
Oh, of course it does, because that's how Brazilian Portuguese is different from Portuguese.
No, we're talking about
newsflash,
a generational change. We're not talking about evolution of language. So in English, no.
Slower or faster?
In English, every generation needs to come up with their own slangs. Yeah, because if they use the previous generation's slang
and what's the word I'm trying to find? Necessity of like hiding, like covert. It's thieves' cant.
I have no idea what this is.
In the nerd context, thieves' cant. You know what thieves' cant is?
No,
right?
No.
Cockney rhyming slang, Polari.
Yeah, but there's something there. It's
a coded language, so you can get your point across, saying higgly-biggly gibberish, blah 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 blah, and then someone else goes, "What the hell?" Whereas someone in the know goes, I see.
Yeah, but that's something cultural here. That's what I'm saying. We don't have that in Brazil. We speak the same language as the people who spoke before us, and usually the slangs are the same. So what's the point of keep inventing? Eventually, those slangs are gonna make their way into the language, and the language that we speak today is full of slangs.
Some shit sticks.
Yeah, but what the language that is acceptable to today, it's full of slangs that weren't in the past.
Yeah, it's just exaggerated.
Just like everybody says that Shakespeare was this amazing person, but Shakespeare wrote almost all of your stuff into slangs. It was the language of the poor people.
Whoa, that's an act of genius on his part.
Well,
because the poor masses are the population. They are the
but that's
the majority. That's the power.
As far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's not. It was he did not use the language of the high society writing his stuff, because he wrote stories about the poor people.
So you're telling me like Romeo and Juliet is like in it, bruv?
In it, bruv. What's indeed.
Yeah,
yeah,
Juliet, and your monk.
It did. And now we speak that language and everybody thinks it's the greatest language ever written.
Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo?
But I may be wrong at some levels, but
I may be
close to it.
ChatGPT?
I wish. I think and talk at least.
But it may all be bullshit. Wow, thank you.
Well, because I'm never
so helpful.
We don't research before we record anything,
no.
So I could be wrong, and I admit that I could be wrong. I could be right.
Could be black. Could be.
I mean, I'm always right until proven wrong, anyways.
He was right.
I'm always right.
No, not you, honey.
Who?
You know that's for another day.
Okay. Oh, okay. Let me try to guess. Is that British television?
Yes.
Okay.
About a certain individual.
Of course, I would never know. And it's probably not funny, but
interview. No, it was like shockingly on point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oof, wow. Johnny Rotten, Sex Pistols, being interviewed by, was it Parkinson? I think this memory is a little sketchy and vague, but it was interviewing him and he was slagging off the BBC and being like all anti-disestablishmentarianism. Whoop, whoop, yep. Got that in a sentence.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And he tried to drop none other than Jimmy fucking Savile in the shit, and he was shut down. But he was like, you watch, you wait, you'll see. It'll all come out in the end. And was he right? Oh, yeah. He was right. So
yeah, the same thing with Epstein, and they tried to cover. They're probably gonna succeed in covering those things, anyways, which is very sad.
It's disgusting and abhorrent and diabolical, and it should be utterly.
Let's definitely not turn this episode into, that political discussion. People should do something about it, but not in this episode.
U-turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where was I?
Moving away from that.
Yeah. Where was I before we fell into that hole?
Shit down.
Something like from
the bush.
Shakespeare writing in rhymes and
Shake slang,
in slangs and everything. So so that is like an evolution of
Shakespeare.
William Shakespeare.
I don't think it's actually his true name. It's a pseudonym, a pen name.
Okay.
Can't remember his proper name.
Should I write?
It's probably like Bernard.
Bernard, yeah.
Bernard Wolverton. Hello. What? Oh dear.
Suddenly Shakespeare turned into Mr. Bean.
Yeah. Hello. Oh dear. No.
Who knows?
Although he didn't really speak much today.
Yeah. Rarely.
He didn't at all in the beginning. It was all silent. Yeah.
So, what about you? How do you like to express your creative side? Don't mind the silence.
Well, no, it's just kind of super speed rewinding through my world and my life and my kind of artistic expressions. And it's a weird one because I was always the arty kid at school, like way back to the earliest years. I always remember being a very artistic kid. And I think it was like where I was very introverted and kind of inward, it was autistic, if you like. That was where I expressed, and it was like I would draw. I didn't really get into painting all that much, found it too messy, and I found it painstakingly distracting trying to mix the perfect colours, and I could never mix the colours perfectly enough, and it just became more of a distraction than an expression. It was the weirdest thing. I loved sculpting. Clay sculpture was a great one because it was like so immediate and you could just like slap it, like dig, gouge, push, pull, and really like sculpt and create with it. I always wanted to paint more. I delved into acrylics a little bit, but I always wanted to try painting with oil paints and I never did. And it fascinated me, the thought that it never really, well, it doesn't it's not that it never dries, but it doesn't dry while you're painting it. So you can constantly keep shifting it and moving it and spreading it and kind of scrape it away, put it back. And like, it was much more, it was almost like a step between painting and sculpting in my mind. But I never really got to do much oil painting, which was, I felt like a shame. I loved photography. When I did photography at college, that was awesome.
You still go around taking pictures and everything, like as if you were a photographer.
I studied wet film.
So did I, yeah.
Chemicals and paint.
Not that I remember anything anyways.
Dark rooms and literal photography.
Removing that film in the dark room and putting inside that little pod was a nightmare.
Magic. It was such a beautiful, magical process. Slushing and washing and the waves of the chemicals washing over the paper as it slowly
and the smell of the chemical
drifts out and it
explodes. It's not dead art. You can still do that today.
It's so fucking expensive though. Holy shit.
Is it nowadays? I don't know. And maybe worse.
An entire room of
you need
perfectly hermetically sealed, lightless room.
Yeah.
It's like this little crack of light and bang, you've just destroyed work.
It's just so time consuming, and then the technology made photography so much easier,
instant.
But no one cared to criticize, say, well, if you don't know how to reveal a film
parallel to AI,
because instead of taking
digital film,
instead of taking a couple of days to take and produce pictures, now you can do that instantly within 1 second.
Yeah.
And no one is crying about it.
And the entire nature of a photograph has forever fundamentally changed. The purity of a photo, the power of a photograph. And I'm saying photograph, like literally a physical thing. The importance of that split-second moment of time frozen, captured forever, is almost just pales in insignificance with a digital photo. It's like click, 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 loads. But with film in a camera, you knew you had a definitive amount of shots. So if you had a 12 exposure or a 24 exposure, every single one of those photos was slowly, carefully, prestigiously, like relish every moment. And it was like, do I capture this moment? It became precious in that moment of capture. But the ability to just have a semi-automatic camera that will be like burst shot. I just took 20 shots in 1 second. And it's like, it's such a different vibe, different style. Do you see what I mean? It's so...
I mean, it's all right because,
it's amazing.
If you want to do as an art thing, do as an art thing, and then you do the whole process and you create little pieces of art. But if you just want to take a picture, take a picture.
People's perception of the artistry that is photography has just not vanished, but it's like...
Yeah, but imagine in the past how difficult it was to shoot a film, because you would have to shoot the whole thing and then you would have to process the film and then watch it to see if it was shot correctly. How many days would that take?
Weeks, months.
Maybe a week, yeah. Complicated. And now you can do it and you can watch it live and you can watch a playback instantly and like, okay, let's do this different. And you can do it again and again and again. And at a very low cost. Even though the cameras are absurdly expensive, it's not going to be as expensive as shooting films back in time.
Yeah.
And then digital technology is scalable. You go like, I don't think you have how high would be the film definition. I don't know. I never researched that. Is that 8K quality?
Beyond.
Could it be? I don't know.
It's more about focus.
Yeah, but how it's all about the crystals. So how many crystals can you? Yeah, because a film has crystals, right? And the crystal interact with light, and that's how the thing becomes what it becomes when you expose it to light. So how many crystals can you fit in a film? So let me see. Let me ask AI. What is hold on. While I'm asking, let me see. So what is the definition of a camera film?
Oh, now that question I would interpret as, what is the definition of blah, blah, blah? It will give you an explanation. The definition.
Yeah. So in terms of
do you mean like resolution?
For example. See, I don't have the correct words.
Good.
Oh, you're talking about definition in terms of image resolution. Yeah, that's the word.
There we go. Yeah, no, I only said it like 5 times.
So when scanned digitalized properly, it can be equivalent to a 4K. Medium format can far exceed 4K, even rivaling 8K.
Yeah, beyond.
Okay. Yeah, but then extremely difficult to make expensive, and if you got it wrong, you're gonna have to shoot again, and that's another reel of film.
That's where the artistry and skill comes in.
Oh yeah, lots of pre-planning, pre-production and stuff. You know exactly what you're using,
or just the skill of staging and knowing what you're working with and knowing how to capture.
Yeah, imagine how expensive.
Beautiful moment in an instant.
Do that as an artist. Yeah,
the staged and performed shot, planned and executed slowly and meticulously.
No, I think
that's what makes a David Bailey a David Bailey.
But also, just film deteriorate as well, which is complicated.
Joe blogs with an iPhone, you know.
Well, when you have iPhones that record in 8K,
yeah,
it's a bit complicated.
Incredible tool.
Yeah, you don't have to carry a cinematic camera with you all the time, but yet you have like a tiny little device in your pocket that can shoot 8K pictures.
Yeah,
it's good enough for what we need.
It's
like plenty good enough for what we need. Yeah,
hella overkill.
Yeah, but then see, it's not an issue if someone wants to take a picture using a phone camera. A lot of people make videos using a phone camera, and then no one is coming out and say, "Oh, you're not a cinematographer because of blah blah blah. You didn't do this, you didn't do that. You don't understand this. You didn't make that." You know. So eventually, it will get to a point where people will see AI as just another thing,
just another tool.
Yeah, after it takes all our jobs and collapse society and everything.
Oops.
Yeah. So we should be okay. It should be okay. I just need to make sure I try to keep up with it as much as I can.
Yeah, just watch out for lightning.
Yep.
And really buff naked guys appearing in a ball of lightning.
Oh, okay. Robots from the future. Yeah. I will do that.
So clever, baby.
So, yeah, I think that's an episode for today. And unless you want to... So, yeah, unless you want to add something.
No, I think we waffled enough about that.
No, we didn't waffle enough. We just spoke about.
Yeah?
Yeah. No waffling.
See what you did there.
Yeah.
Because I quite like the name waffling.
I think, yeah. But I'm very happy with the name that we've chosen. Unleashed. Yeah, with the... Yeah. You know? I think that's the name we're going to stick with moving forward. No. Yeah, that...
Explosion.
Yeah.
Petrol flame. And not just an explosion, but like an absolute tanker of petrol explosion. When it was actually somebody dropping a bottle of beer on the floor or something.
And then he explodes in a ball of fire.
80s. Wow.
Yeah.
I think my favourite example of that was Beastmaster. When he's like...
What's Beastmaster?
Beastmaster. Oh my god, only one of the most legendary, awesome, cheesy, terrible 80s movies ever. You know, I may have watched it, but I can't remember. I've definitely seen it. Blonde He-Man looking Conan barbarian guy. Super cheesy. 2 little ferrets, Kodo and Podo. And his tiger friend, and it's like the worst D&D adventure.
I don't remember.
ever.
I'm sorry.
And this evil barbarian horde of dark demon kind of cursed raiders come and attack their little stick hut village, and for no apparent reason one of the stick huts explodes in a big ball of petrol flame, and it's like,
Okay.
wait, what? Was there an oil refinery in that petrol hut? What the hell? And they're throwing like bows and arrows and shit, throwing spears, and there's like, how is there a petrol explosion in that hay bale? What? Oh, so bad. But yeah,
No idea.
it's brilliant.
Don't remember.
So bad. It's good.
Yeah, maybe I'll take a look on YouTube.
Beastmaster.
Yeah.
You do know it.
I don't remember. I really don't remember.
No, you don't remember, but you do know it.
No, maybe I
And the
have.
coolest, most disgusting monsters that were these kind of humanoid bat things with this faceless, stretched Voldemort kind of looking face. And they would literally just wrap these big batwing membrane arms around you, and you'd just see all like stretching and inside the membrane of their bat wings wrapped around, and then it would stop, and then they would just kind of go goo and bones.
Okay. Yeah.
Like super quick digestion inside their batwing membrane hug thing.
Sounds fun though.
Super awesome.
Sounds fun. Definitely gonna take a look at it.
Yeah, Beastmaster. Love it. So bad it's awesome.
We need to do an episode on like on the horrible films that we like.
Terrible classics.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
legendary trash.
Or the awful movies that we have, guilty pleasure that we like and everything.
Yeah.
I need to make a list. That's
Yeah.
probably gonna be when I make a list for the first time for this podcast, for the show.
I feel like we need to put YouTube on as soon as we've finished recording, and like just so that you can
But what?
experience a little bit of Beastmaster. And
No.
yeah.
No. Just tell people to go and watch it.
No, I mean you. I want you to see it.
I'm definitely gonna take a look.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds fun.
Magic.
Yeah.
What?
Right. On that note, that beautiful note,
Beautiful.
I think
Beautiful.
beautiful. I think we have
Beautiful.
enough for today.
This is my dressing gown.
Beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. If you don't know the reference, just find it. And cool.
And Dick and Cat with the cause.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So if you're still here listening, thank you so much.
Well done, you survived.
Don't forget to like and comment and do all the stuff that you have to do to help us out. And hopefully we'll see you on the next episode. So
Fare thee well.
see ya.
See thee anon.